Hi everyone and welcome back to the Naio Nails channel. I'm Steffi Fernandez and in today's video we'll be doing a 3-in-1 lacy nail art. Hope you enjoy this one. Let's get cracking. Right, so to start off this design, I'm going to go in with one of our gorgeous sheer nudes, which is called Love Bug. And I'm going to go ahead and apply 2 thin coats of this color and pop it into the lamp before we start our design. So we've got both layers fully cured. And for this first design, I'm going to be using one of our gorgeous lacy foils. And now I don't know if Lucy can get a picture of that. I'm going to put my glove underneath actually, so you can see how stunning this is. So gorgeous. So we've got like 5 different lacy designs in white and 5 different ones in black. And black is my color, as you all know. So, I mean, I'm going to go in for white today just to keep in with the theme. And I'm doing everything nice and white. But the black is definitely my favorite, a bit of a gothic vibe. Definitely going to do something with it later on, maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut out a little section with this mahusive scissors of the foil. So I can use it for the nail, and I'm going to use a foil glue for this one, and I'm going to apply it only just above halfway of the nail, just like this. I'm going to apply a nice thin layer on the nail, and I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds before applying our foil onto it. Right, so I've got my gorgeous foil glue over here cured, and I'm going to go in and just place that foil on top of the nail. Place it and then just work it in with my fingers like so. I can hold it on both sides as well, and you can also get the silicone tool that we have and just make sure you really rub that foil on top, working it in so you can transfer all of that goodness onto our nail. Okay, ready for the reveal? Oh, I'm scared. Yes!
Love it.
Look how perfect that turned out. And trust me, I wasn't expecting that. So we've got this gorgeous lacy design. Let me just get you a close-up of that goodness, Lucy.
Oh, it's so lovely, so elegant.
How elegant. Proper wedding vibes, right?
Yes, definitely.
I mean, all these nails I'm doing lately really want to make me get married. So that won't happen for a while though. So just saying. But yeah, gorgeous lacy design. I'm going to go ahead with Snow White, and I'm just going to create like a border where that kind of design stops. So I'm just going to paint a line on top of it, and then I'm going to thicken it out. I'm just kind of mapping it out first. You know me, I like to map out my stuff first. It's easier. And now I'm going to add some thickness to it. And make sure it's nice and even all over. And once I'm happy with how it looks, I'm going to pop this into the lamp. Once this layer is cured, I'm going to go in with our Mega Gloss No Wipe top coat, because it's a nice thick consistency, and I'm just going to encapsulate all of that goodness in, and also get some gems on it just to give it a bit of a bling. And because it's such a thick consistency, the gems will stick on really well, so you don't really need to go and apply another glue. So I'm layering a nice thick layer on top, and I'm gonna go into my picker tool and just add some gems on here. So I'm gonna go in and pick a nice big one. I'll put it at the midsection here. Then I'm gonna go in and perhaps take a couple of small ones. So I've got a smaller one here, and I'm gonna apply it just here, press it onto that line, and I just need another small one. Where are you? There we go. And one here. So I've got the 3 stones on here, and I'm gonna add some caviar beads as well, but I'm gonna do it just after I cure this layer so the stones are nice and set. Right, I've cured this layer on, and look how gorgeous this looks already. Just to finish up, I'm gonna go in with my 002 brush, pick up some top coat, and place the caviar bead just in between those stones, gems. I'm just gonna go in with that brush again and just really push it in. Push it in. And I'm gonna go ahead and cure this. And there you have it, guys. Design number 1 is complete. How gorgeous is this nail? Definitely, yeah, it's definitely like a wedding vibe, I'd say. For me, that's something that a bride should wear, or even just someone that loves lace and gems. But that's design number 1, a bit of a cheat. Our gorgeous foils sell out so quickly, so if you fell in love with this design, I suggest you follow the link below and get yours now, because I never managed to stock up myself. So yeah, there you go, guys. For design number 2, I'm going to be using 1 layer of Love Bug. I'm going to do all of them in the same color kind of thing, just so you can see different lace designs. That's what I want to concentrate on today. So for this one, I'm going to be putting on 1 layer only. I just want to concentrate on the sheerness and the goodness of this color, because I feel like sometimes when you layer too much, you kind of lose the color, if it makes sense. So I want to show you how gorgeous this is, especially once we apply the matte top coat on top. Now remember, guys, again, with it being sheer, we want to let it self-level for a little bit before we put it into the lamp. So I'm going to wait a few seconds, and then I'm going to pop it into the lamp. So we've got this gorgeous layer cured over here, and I'm going to apply a matte top coat on this one, because I absolutely love how this looks once the matte top coat is applied. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a nice thin layer all over the nail, and then pop it back into the lamp for 30 seconds. So this design is inspired a little bit by crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and start by painting. Well, I'm going to map out first 3, is it 3 or 4 circles? I'm not sure. So I'm going to just map it out. I've got a little circle here, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and do another circle around it. Again, this is just mapping out exercise, guys. It doesn't have to be super perfect. We look perfect at the end. And then we're going to do another one that's the gap between the circles is smaller, okay? Right, so I'm going to swap on to a 002 brush just so it can hold a bit more product on. And I'm going to start filling in the first circle. I'm going to put on Snow White all over this, and make sure I move the product so it's nice and even. We don't want to go back with the second layer because Ain't nobody got time for that. No, I was kidding, I was kidding. But we're gonna do that. So we've got a nice circle here, like a semicircle or whatever. I'm now gonna go in with the same brush and I'm gonna start painting lines towards the first circle that we filled in. So I'm just gonna do that all over, just like so. So I've got the lines here, all right, and now I'm gonna go ahead and start kind of getting those lines to be a bit more circular here at the top. So I'm gonna be joining them just like so to create this pattern over here, and I'm gonna carry on and do this all the way around. So I've got those ready over here, and I'm gonna go back into my 0003 brush just because I want the next lines to be extra thin. So I'm gonna go ahead and just paint really tiny lines on the third circle, just like so. Really thin lines all the way across. I'm just gonna go into that third border and just sort it out a little bit, and then we're gonna go into our dotting tool. Oh yes, we're not done just yet, guys. Right, into our dotting tool, I'm using the blue one out of our dotting tools. I'm gonna go into Snow White again and pick up some of that paint and create some dots in the border, just like this. So you want to be putting on some big dots. Right, so once we've got our design ready, which it nearly is, let me just sort out this line over here. We want to add a little bit of like texture to it. So I'm going to go in with my acrylic powder, clear one. You can also use white, but I just can't find it. So I'm going to go in and just sugar before curing acrylic powder on that nail, just like so. So I'm just going to sugar it on top. And when you think you're done, tap the excess off and go back again, because there's never enough acrylic powder on it. I'll show you something. If it happens today, it's something that happens quite often. When the gel is quite shiny, that means there's no enough acrylic on it, and the design will kind of mess up. So I've tapped the excess off, and what I'm going to do now, just to add a little bit more detail, yes, more detail, we're going to go in with our dotting tool, and I'm just going to kind of do some circles here. So I'm pushing the product out. Now that it's soaked with acrylic, it's easier to control it. So I'm just creating holes. Oh, this is what happens, for example. Great, it happened. So I couldn't do it, and the reason I couldn't do it is because there's not enough acrylic powder on it. So I'm just going to add a little bit more. And I'm going to try and push the product out now. There we go. Right, now that we've got our border done, look how gorgeous this is now. What I'm going to do is I just want to add a little bit more texture. So I'm just going to be pushing those edges up just so I raise that acrylic powder a bit. Just to give it that more crochet kind of look. And then I'm going to pop this into the lamp. Right, so I'm taking this one on and I'm just going to dust off all the excess of the acrylic powder from this nail. And this is design number 2 done. How gorgeous is this?
I really like it.
Absolutely love these crochet inspired nail art. So gorgeous. so for design number 3, which is a bit more of a freehand, we're going to go in again with 2 layers before we start painting on some gorgeous lace on top. Right, so before we start our design, I'm going to go in with, actually I'm not going to wipe it. I'm going to go in with a ultra matte top coat. Yes, matte is the one for today's tutorial. And just layer a nice thin layer on top of this nail. Just because we're going to sugar this design as well. Not with acrylic though. And I want to encapsulate this color before we go in with the next stage. Right, so into Snow White I go with my 0001 brush. Oh yeah, I've used 3 different brushes today, Luce. I can't believe it. Right, I'm gonna go in and start painting a cute little lacy design. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do 2 curved lines to outline a petal. I'm gonna do it 4 times basically. So I have 4 petals. To create a gorgeous little flower. I'm gonna do another flower somewhere else, maybe slightly larger. What do you think, Luce? Larger?
Yeah, balances it out a little bit as well.
Let's do a larger one then. Might even give it 5 petals. So I've got 5 petals here, 4 here. I'm gonna go in with the same brush and just add some more details. So I'm gonna pull through some lines from each petal just to get that gorgeous kind of lacy vibe. I'm gonna do it on the other one as well. So I've got the flowers done. Let's add some, let's say leaves. So I'm gonna just paint a leaf here and maybe another small one here. Why not? I told you before, guys, I like to have my leaves in 2, and usually one is big and the other one is small. So let me add some more detail in the midsection of the leaf, just because, you know, I'm a bit extra like that. I'm gonna add, let's say, a few more leaves somewhere. So maybe actually I might just do a little line over here and then take our dotting tool and randomly add dots around it just to make it kind of, I don't know, extra cute. I'm gonna go in and just add a few more leaves here and there, and we'll finish up our design. And I think what I might do is, okay, swapping onto my 0003, that lasted long. Brush and just maybe do a little line here and then a few tiny leaves here as well. Let me make make this leaf slightly bigger. Right, so I've got our design ready. Let me just get a couple of dots in the middle of the flower. I think it will add a bit more. And before we cure this, I'm gonna go in again with my 0003 brush, and I'm just gonna add like a net on one side of the design, okay? And now I'm gonna paint it the other way. Let me add a couple of more lines here. Can never go wrong with adding a bit more. Okay, yes you can, but not in this case. Okay, so I've got my design ready over here. And now before I cure this, I'm gonna go in with one of our gorgeous glitters. It's super fine and it's got like blue shimmer to it. So it's got like a bluish tint. I don't know if you can see it very well.
Yeah, it's really
It's
quite
absolutely
nice. Yeah,
gorgeous.
Really interesting.
It's a bit like icy. It gives
Yeah,
me icy
very,
vibes, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm gonna go and just grab one of those little trays because I know I'm gonna mess up badly if I don't. So I'm gonna just sugar that on top of our lace and be quite generous. I'm gonna tap the excess off and then again go in, because you can always add more when you sugar. Uh-oh, did I just touch it? I hope not, we'll soon find out. So sugar as much as possible, guys. Tap the excess off and I'll pop this into the lamp. Ooh, there we go. Right, I've pulled it out of the lamp and now I'm gonna go in and just give it a good dust. So I'm dusting all the excess off. And there you have design number 3. How gorgeous is this little baby? What do you reckon, Lucy?
Looks like a piece of art.
It's so gorgeous, right?
Really, really nice.
So this one is a bit more freehand for anyone that wants to try and paint their own kind of lace. So I've got this design over here, which I absolutely love. I'm gonna add design number 2, which is a stunning crochet inspired nail art. And we've got design number 1 for anyone who loves a good cheat and likes to save time in the salon. We've got our gorgeous transfer foils here. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, guys. I really enjoyed doing this one for you. As usual, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on so you won't miss out on more of our amazing content. Yeah, see you all soon. Take care. Hello. It's stuck in my hand. Oh my god, it's stuck on the other one now. Okay, we've done it.